Hey, Steelers Nation. We're back with an exclusive video packed with the latest updates on our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any exclusive updates or exciting Steelers news. The NFL world is buzzing with a rumor that has left Steelers fans completely stunned, as whispers intensify that DK Metcalf will not be returning to Pittsburgh in 2026. Sources close to the team suggest that internal discussions and front office deliberations have reached a critical point, raising eyebrows across the league. The buzz indicates that this is not simply a matter of contract expiration, but a deeper philosophical disagreement between the coaching staff and the star wide receiver. Pittsburgh has historically been aggressive in retaining elite talent, yet Metcalf's potential departure seems to hint at a more complex scenario, where salary cap implications, offensive schemes, and long-term strategic planning collide. Insiders speculate that the team might be considering a shift in their offensive identity, potentially favoring younger, more versatile targets over the raw power and speed that Metcalf brings. This development has sent social media into a frenzy, with fans, analysts, and former players weighing in with theories that range from blockbuster trades to shocking free agency signings, and every rumor adds fuel to an already explosive narrative surrounding one of the league's most electrifying wideouts. Adding to the tension, sources suggest that conversations between Metcalf's camp and the Steelers have been tense, marked by negotiation standoffs and conflicting visions for the future. It appears that the franchise may be unwilling to meet Metcalf's perceived market value, creating an impasse that could reshape Pittsburgh's roster in a dramatic fashion. Some insiders point to potential trade scenarios involving multiple teams, where the Steelers could receive draft capital in exchange for their star receiver, a move that would signal a bold gamble by the organization. Analysts are speculating that Metcalf's departure could spark a ripple effect across the league, influencing how teams approach the wide receiver market and salary cap management in the coming years. Fans are polarized, with some expressing heartbreak over the potential loss of a player whose explosive plays and physical dominance have become a cornerstone of Pittsburgh's offense, while others believe this could be the opportunity to retool and introduce a new offensive era, focusing on scheme adaptability and emerging talents who could thrive in the shadow of Metcalf's legacy. Adding further intrigue, whispers from league insiders hint that Metcalf might not be entirely content with his role in Pittsburgh's offense, fueling speculation about whether his exit could be mutually beneficial. Rumors suggest that the wide receiver is exploring teams that promise a more prominent offensive role, pairing his unique physical traits with a system designed to maximize his strengths. The Steelers, on the other hand, may view this as a chance to recalibrate their roster, aligning resources to address multiple positions of need rather than concentrating heavy investment on a single superstar. Social media commentary has been relentless, with fan theories ranging from blockbuster trades involving other high-profile players to the possibility of Metcalf taking a dramatic step into free agency, testing the waters in a league hungry for star power. Each rumor seems to grow louder by the hour, blending factual reports with speculation, and the narrative surrounding this potential departure continues to dominate NFL conversations, painting a picture of uncertainty and dramatic potential for both the player and the franchise he has dazzled since arriving in Pittsburgh. Adding to the drama, the financial dimensions of this rumored departure are starting to surface in speculative discussions. Metcalf's market value, based on recent league trends for elite wide receivers, is staggering, and sources suggest that Pittsburgh's front office may be grappling with the economic realities of retaining such talent while attempting to balance a competitive roster. Some insiders speculate that the team could be prioritizing the acquisition of multiple mid-tier players over keeping a single marquee talent, a strategy that would align with a more balanced roster-building philosophy. Meanwhile, Metcalf's camp appears poised to test the market, evaluating offers that reflect his explosive playmaking ability and status as one of the NFL's premier wide receivers. The interplay between financial strategy, roster planning, and player preference has created an atmosphere rife with speculation, with fans and analysts dissecting every statement and hint from the organization. looking for clues to predict whether this separation will become official or if last-minute negotiations could still turn the tide. As the rumor mill continues to churn, speculation regarding potential landing spots for DK Metcalf is reaching a fever pitch. Teams rumored to have interest are reportedly evaluating their offensive schemes, quarterback compatibility, and salary cap space to determine whether they can accommodate one of the league's most physically imposing and athletically gifted wide receivers. Analysts have suggested that the ripple effects of Metcalf's potential exit from Pittsburgh could reshape not just the Steelers' offensive strategy, but also influence offseason moves across the NFL, as teams prepare for a landscape where elite wide receivers may command unprecedented attention and resources. Fans are taking to social media to voice predictions, fears, and hopes, creating a cultural frenzy around this single narrative thread, where every tweet or insider leak is dissected and amplified. The speculation has become a spectacle, reflecting both the uncertainty surrounding Metcalf's future and the profound impact his presence, or absence, could have on a franchise with a storied history and passionate fanbase eager for clarity amidst swirling rumors. Finally, the rumor surrounding DK Metcalf's potential departure has sparked intense debates about Pittsburgh's long-term vision. Some commentators suggest that letting go of such a talent could signal a shift towards a younger, more versatile roster that prioritizes flexibility and adaptation over star-driven play. Others argue that this would represent a monumental gamble, potentially alienating the fan base and altering the perception of the team's competitiveness. Amidst these discussions, insiders report that front office meetings have been unusually secretive, adding an aura of mystery that only intensifies speculation. The narrative is not just about one player, but about philosophy, strategy, and the balancing act between talent retention and team sustainability. As the NFL offseason approaches, every rumor, every subtle hint, and every cryptic comment from coaches and executives is being dissected with forensic precision, making this one of the most talked-about potential moves in recent memory, leaving fans, analysts, and the league itself bracing for what could be a seismic shift in the Steelers' offensive identity. The speculation surrounding DK Metcalf's rumored departure from Pittsburgh continues to escalate, with sources indicating that even within the locker room, players are buzzing about the uncertainty. Conversations among teammates reportedly range from disbelief to cautious optimism, reflecting the dual nature of losing a superstar. The immediate impact on morale versus the potential long-term benefits of reimagining the offensive roster. Coaches are rumored to be recalibrating game plans, preparing contingency scenarios that anticipate Metcalf's absence, while also considering how his departure could open opportunities for emerging receivers or previously underutilized players. Social media engagement is unprecedented, with fans dissecting hypothetical trades, imagining potential fit scenarios across the league, and debating whether Pittsburgh's offensive identity can survive without one of its most physically dominant threats. Insiders suggest that Metcalf's possible exit is not merely a personnel issue, but a signal of evolving team philosophy, an emblem of how franchises are increasingly balancing superstar presence with roster depth, salary cap constraints, and future draft strategies. The mere possibility of this separation has transformed the offseason narrative, creating a media frenzy that positions Metcalf at the center of one of the NFL's most electrifying rumors. Adding another layer of intrigue, speculation is growing around potential trade packages that could be orchestrated if the Steelers decide to move Metcalf. Analysts are floating ideas that involve multiple draft picks, mid-tier players, or even star-caliber exchanges, each scenario carrying enormous ramifications for both Pittsburgh and the hypothetical acquiring team. Rumors suggest that the player's explosive combination of size, speed, and catching ability makes him a rare commodity, and multiple franchises could be actively lobbying for information regarding his availability. Conversations in league circles reportedly suggest that Pittsburgh could leverage this situation to accumulate significant draft capital, a move that would indicate a forward-thinking approach to team construction. Meanwhile, Metcalf's camp is believed to be emphasizing his desire for a team and quarterback situation that aligns with maximizing his strengths, signaling that any potential move will not be unilateral but require a delicate negotiation that balances player preference with franchise objectives. Further speculation centers on the implications of Metcalf leaving the Steelers in terms of offensive strategy. Some insiders argue that the team might pivot toward a more diversified passing game, emphasizing short routes, quick release plays, and multiple receiver sets rather than relying on the vertical explosiveness that Metcalf embodies. Coaches are reportedly considering reconfigurations that would redistribute targets to emerging players or newly signed acquisitions, a tactical adjustment that could either reinvigorate the team or create growing pains if the star's departure leave a vacuum that is difficult to fill. Rumors suggest that quarterbacks, offensive coordinators, and position coaches are all engaged in forward-looking discussions about adapting the scheme, underscoring that Metcalf's potential exit is more than just a headline. It is a catalyst for a comprehensive reevaluation of offensive identity, philosophy, and execution. Fans and analysts alike are poring over every hint, every report, and every potential domino that could fall in the wake of this high-stakes narrative. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The financial aspect of this rumored separation cannot be overstated, as Metcalf's market value is reportedly astronomical in the current NFL climate for elite wide receivers. Rumors suggest that Pittsburgh may have balked at extending a contract that aligns with his perceived worth, weighing the implications of tying up significant cap space versus maintaining roster flexibility. Sources hint that this tension between financial pragmatism and player retention is central to the speculation, painting a picture of an organization at a crossroads. Either invest heavily to keep a proven superstar or reallocate resources to address multiple positions of need. Observers are dissecting every public statement, leak, and report to infer whether the Steelers' front office is leaning toward one path over the other. The complexity of this rumored move extends beyond the field, touching on league-wide trends, economic strategy, and the balancing act between star power and holistic team development. Speculation about potential landing spots for DK Metcalf is reaching a fever pitch, with rumors suggesting that multiple franchises are preparing to aggressively pursue him should he become available. Analysts are evaluating offensive systems, quarterback compatibility, and organizational culture to determine which teams could offer an environment conducive to maximizing his skills. Fan discussions have exploded online, with debates over hypothetical trades, free agency scenarios, and the strategic implications of pairing Metcalf with various quarterbacks across the league. Rumors suggest that this whirlwind of speculation could shape the market for elite wide receivers in unprecedented ways, influencing contract negotiations, trade valuations, and roster construction strategies across the NFL. Each hint, insider whisper, and speculative report fuels a narrative of uncertainty, excitement, and anticipation that makes Metcalf's potential exit one of the most talked about stories in professional football. Finally, as speculation continues to dominate headlines, the potential departure of DK Metcalf has become emblematic of a broader conversation about team philosophy, player empowerment, and the evolving dynamics of the NFL. Analysts argue that this situation highlights the tension between retaining superstar talent and maintaining flexibility for long-term success, a dilemma every team faces but few manage with clarity. The narrative is not just about one receiver, but about the ripple effects his exit could create, from offensive reconfiguration to salary cap management and beyond. Fans are left grappling with uncertainty. Analysts are dissecting every possibility, and the league watches closely, aware that the resolution of this rumor could set precedents in player negotiations and strategic planning. In this unfolding drama, DK Metcalf is at the center, and the speculation surrounding his potential move continues to captivate, provoke, and dominate NFL conversation like few stories have in recent memory. The final wave of speculation carried an almost cinematic energy as fans pictured the emotional impact Patrick Surtain II could have on the Steelers' locker room. Supporters imagined his calm, confident demeanor blending seamlessly with the team's gritty personality, creating a powerful balance between youthful sharpness and veteran leadership. Many believe that his presence alone could set new standards during practice sessions, inspiring teammates to elevate their own technique, communication, and mental preparation. Some envisioned him mentoring younger players, offering guidance on reading route combinations, anticipating quarterback tendencies, and maintaining discipline in high-pressure situations. The possibility of a fully rejuvenated secondary, bonded by shared ambition and anchored by a true shutdown presence, became a symbol of hope for a fan base eager to witness the rise of a feared defensive unit once again. Online discussions morphed into full-blown storytelling, with supporters painting vivid images of a future where Surton's precision and poise transformed the team's entire identity. Even as the rumor remained unconfirmed, it brought a sense of excitement that united the community, reminding everyone why football narratives capture the imagination so powerfully. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.